So now we live in a time where Selena Gomez, even though she is, a wealthy star, she can't have an opinion. She can't post online how she feels about deportations and immigration without being made fun of by the far right or the MAGA folks. What is going on here? This is not what America's about. This is not patriotic. She deserves to be able to have her own opinion. And just like everybody else, just like you folks who are criticizing her, she can state her feelings online, on social media, just like you are.
¿Cómo fue el trato desde el principio?
No, terrible, terrible, terrible. O sea, la comida con mi bebé, casi me robaron en México, me robaron todos los documentos, el celular, casi se robaron a mi bebé.
¿Cuánto tiempo estuviste detenido y cómo hiciste con el niño?
8 días. No, él no ha comido, él está en desnutrición. Allá lo llevé al médico y él está en desnutrición. Él no ha comido en todos estos días, no ha comido.
¿Qué mensaje le das al país ahora que estás acá?
Que no se vayan. No se vayan porque los están deportando a todos, no los van a soltar al siguiente día, sino allá hay personas que llevan un mes, hay gente desaparecida. No, que no se vayan y ya hay ejército, ya mandaron soldados a las fronteras, los ponen en el asilo, pero no los sueltan, allá los dejan. Nos dieron prioridad porque pues traemos a los bebés. Pero duré 8 días allá donde, sin comer bien, los tratos eran horribles, nos levantaban, mejor dicho, como si fuéramos lo peor del mundo.
Vale, gracias.
Desde el principio nos trataron muy mal, nos botaron la ropa, nada más nos dejaron guardar el celular, no nos dejaban bañar, la comida nos despertaban a las 3 de la mañana, nos esperaban que nos durmiéramos y a la hora nos despertaban, nos gritaban, a algunos les pegaron. La atención médica prácticamente tocaba lastimarse para que nos dejaran salir. El trato fue muy malo desde el principio, la verdad.
¿Y cambió cuando llegó el gobierno de Colombia?
Sí, ya el último día no nos dejaron bañar, nos dejaron cepillar, prácticamente nos trataron bien, ahí sí nos decían que gracias, que dónde vivimos y todo eso. Ahí sí se preocuparon del todo, la verdad.
¿Qué mensaje le das al país?
No, pues la verdad que estamos felices de volver. Ansiábamos mucho estar en nuestra tierra, extrañábamos la verdad estar por acá y que la verdad algunos nos arrepentimos de habernos ido.
Gracias.
Yes, I believe you've seen this lady. She's putting out information, particularly to what is going on. We saw the other day, well, this guy from Colombia made it clear, they are not accepting people sent by the Trump administration through the deportations of illegal immigrants. This lady made it clear this is the worst time to enter the United States or to stay as an illegal immigrant. They have sent the military at the border. During the Biden administration, you will not see things like this. That is to clearly tells you the difference between the Biden administration and Trump. Things have reached that level that people are furious. People I know, people I communicate with, I got up today and realized they have deported some. That is to tell you the difference, what is actually going on. When this started, they never took it serious. Some thought, they were still even going to work. Some were cut off along the way.
To borders are Tom Homan making his presence known here in your...
It's clear from this administration is that they do not have the full pulse or the breadth of what people in America are calling for. And, he has made it no secret that he wants to dismantle the education department. And he's made it very clear that he is not willing to, uphold the very sensibilities of our democracy to make sure that we're protecting the civil rights of individuals. Look, as a former public school teacher, the fact that everything that we won and fought for during Reconstruction, he is trying to roll back the hands of time. And as I've said, that there's a clear disdain for the fact that the Civil War went in a direction that clearly there are people in this country have not accepted. So we're going to continue to stand up for working people. That's what my mission is. The city of Chicago, we are the heartbeat of America, and we will continue to lead the way.
Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning.
I want to ask you a little bit about the potential economic impact of this situation. Last week we were down in the Little Village neighborhood, the 26th Street corridor, second busiest in the city of Chicago, was virtually empty. And the executive director of the Chamber of Commerce said even before the ICE raids last week, they were seeing an economic impact. So many of these businesses are mom and pop businesses. What are your concerns about the economic impact of what's going on right now, especially in these communities? And what can the city do, if anything, to try to help them get through this?
Well, the first thing that we're doing is we're making sure, and our Deputy Mayor, Beatrice Ponce de Leon, already spoke to this, making sure that businesses and the community, that they know their rights. As far as the entire economic impact, our budget director has spoken to that. I'm happy to bring her back. Please, Annette, if you want to speak more to that. But the whole point of that level of intimidation is to have that type of impact. That's what terror does. It works to disrupt the way of life. We literally have acts of terror that are being promulgated from the federal government. Look, I know many of you in here enjoyed your social studies classes. As a proud social studies teacher, I can't emphasize enough not just how unprecedented this is, but what it is reminiscent of. As Mark Twain said, that history doesn't repeat itself, but it certainly rhymes.
Tom Holman showed up in Chicago and within 24 hours found a convicted offender who has been living in our city since 2009, flouting the offender registry. If he can do this, why can't you?
Because that's their job. That is their job. The federal
Your
government
job's not to keep
has a
the people of Chicago
responsibility
safe?
to make sure that individuals who are undocumented, who have been charged with, convicted of a crime, it is the federal government's responsibility to do their part and uphold the law.
Yes. Do you know what is more funny is the fact that this guy is acknowledging that these people, some of them commit crime, and his duty is not to protect the people of Chicago. That is what I'm struggling to understand watching this video. And it is insane. If you are keeping these people waiting for the federal government to step in, the crime wave will continue.
According to President Trump in an interview, I think it was with Kristen Welker of NBC, was because of grocery prices. Not the only reason, but a reason, high prices, inflation, especially at the grocery. The Department of Agriculture says that between 2020 and 2022, 42% of crop workers were undocumented immigrants. And in many cases, as you know, these migrants do jobs many Americans do not want to do. So how does President Trump make sure that the effort to deport people who are not in this country legally doesn't end up hurting Americans who want safe borders, absolutely, but also don't want to see even more higher prices in groceries?
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's not your position, Jake, you're just asking the question, that we should supply America's food with exploitative illegal alien labor. I obviously don't think that's what you're implying. Only 1% of alien workers in the entire country work in agriculture. The top destination for illegal aliens are large cities like New York, like Los Angeles, and small industrial towns, of course, all across the heartland, as we've seen with the Biden floods. Mm-hmm. None of those illegal aliens are doing farm work. Those 30,000 illegal aliens that Joe Biden dumped into Springfield.
I'm talking about the ones that are.
But I'm explaining this. It's important to understand.
No, you're kind of changing the subject. I mean, I'm talking about the ones.
I will give me 30 minutes. I'll go as deep as you want on this.
We don't have 30.
See the people spoiling everything. This is someone that is actively encouraging the exploitations of illegal immigration for reasons I don't understand. These farmers should be able now to pay real money, for people to do their job. They have been, spending less because of this illegal immigration thing. Exploiting these people, let them go back. They should now be able to be responsible enough to pay people the way they are supposed to. Going back into Mayor Johnson, then what is your duty as a mayor? If you can, put these people together, maybe take up legal actions against these people committing crimes, harboring them, waiting for the federal government to step in. It is crazy. It therefore means if the Trump administration is not there, this crime wave will continue. That is just what I'm saying here. He's acknowledging that in our faces. It's insane. I don't understand how this man actually thinks, because at the same time, talking about civil war, oh, this, then really fall into this reporter's trap. Yeah, when you look at what he said previously, just contradicts what he responded on this one. When you take a look at this, close border activist judges are waging war against Trump at every turn. For example, a Chicago judge is about to set a Venezuela illegal felon caught in an ISIS raid free. When you take a look at this response from Elon Musk, if no judge is ever removed from the bench, no matter how unjust their verdict or our legal system is fundamentally broken, this must happen. Yeah, why will you struggle to free someone who has committed a crime?
We keep on talking about criminals and immigrants being criminals. And I just want people to understand what the facts are and the stats are, is that undocumented immigrants are much less likely to have committed crimes than American citizens. American citizens commit more crimes than anyone who is undocumented. I also want to make the point that an undocumented immigrant is not a criminal because he or she is undocumented. That is a civil offense. So to call people illegals is, in and of itself, I think, xenophobic and racist.
Yesterday said that the EU does not treat the U.S. fairly on trade and that he has some big complaints. Is that true?
Right? And it doesn't mean that we should sit and pretend.
I want to end the video by saying this for people who have been following me. You realize at the end of the day, I usually put videos at the end. This is for the algorithm. If you see this, you can skip. You can watch the video to a certain level and stop.
Where awful things have happened. So
over. And sparks move things. And it doesn't matter how much water you have.
Future president and his gag
are funky in policy.
The city of the Pacific Palisades is burning. And, you know, I flew here last night. I was on a plane. Started getting texts.
You getting water to areas that need water because there are...
He's been trained his whole life to do.
What do we do?
Right now you're looking straight. Remember it.
As a country about James.
Yeah, and then I think all our tax dollars probably went for Gavin's hair gel. I don't know, but it's like, you know, it's sad.
I want to be,
Jim Jordan.
the 5 tenants of
Palisades Village right here. This is the town center of sorts.
And he did this little dance.
Josh Green, the governor of down in Hawaii, who had some.
And then we watch the news or talk to my friends